good evening, and welcome back to Spurs Related. Hope you're all doing well, and yeah, happy Friday. It's the weekend, and another signing announced, a departure that announced this morning, and a signing announced at about 6 o'clock today that we all expected from the previous days. But thought we'd mix it up a little bit tonight. Bit of a fun video, very interactive, getting you guys involved in would you rather A player versus B player. And we want you guys to bring up a few debates as well, keeping it interactive with you guys. But obviously, Jack's with me as well. He's the king of transfers. He loves talking about this kind of stuff. He likes calling it. Jack, how you doing, mate?
Mate, I'm brilliant. Like you say, transfers. I'm in my element here. I said earlier, let's get some polls up. Let's see what the fans want to see. Who do they want to bring into Tottenham? What high caliber players? I think me and James had a fantastic debate the other day about Gallagher or Maddison. Very controversial opinions here. For me, I'm a big Conor Gallagher advocate, and I could see him playing a double pivot. But James, not so sure. So I thought, let's get it on the polls. Let's see what they like. And I'm sure we're going to jump straight into the results and start lots of talking points.
Yeah, I mean, I put the poll up around about an hour ago, maybe 45 minutes ago, and there's already been 400 or 500 votes, so I'm sure that'll grow, and we can see what you guys think from YouTube as well. Maybe you've come over from Instagram. If you have, welcome on in. Make sure you subscribe and like if you want more content like this, and also if you subscribe, you can chat in the little chat box. So yeah, get your opinions on, guys. Let us know some talking points. But Jack, I hear you're fresh from winning awards and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, well done on that. And yeah, what is that from? Goal of the year or something?
Yeah, at school, final year of school, I won Sports Personality of the Year. Mentioned Spurs Related, why wouldn't you? So I've had a good time there. Also wrote a couple of articles for The Sun today. So on like Cristiano Ronaldo. So if you type up Jack Burford The Sun, you'll see a couple of those.
Gotta say though, The Sun is definitely not one of our tier 1 sources.
No,
so let's not get misled here. Let's not get misled.
I haven't covered much on Spurs, so stick with Spurs Related for your tier 1 sources and confirmed transfers. But if you like to see some fun articles as well, you can always check that out.
Love it. Cool, guys. Yeah, there's about 25 of you already watching. So good evening to you all. Put a little comment in the chat. We obviously always want to welcome you guys in, and let's welcome in some people. As always, Ayanami is back to being first here. Says happy birthday to the GOAT and one of our own, Sunshine. Yes, happy birthday, Angman Son. And as well, Robbie Keane, his birthday as well. Let's not forget about him. Suko's in here, says, can we sign Conor Gallagher for a cam position? Who will be the sixth signing for Spurs? Suko, we're going to get straight into that as well. Don't you worry.
Always honest with you. He's always got a new rumour for us. I always remember. He always says, who's next? Who's next? I love it. Really good stuff, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Longley spoke really well in his interview, says Kevin. Got a really good feeling about him. Jack, have you seen the interview?
I sadly haven't, as I've been at this presentation. Usually I'll be straight on it, but you guys are going to have to fill me in and I will check it out later.
Absolutely. Jack is better than tapping. Romano, he says, Gallagher for me, but I'm never getting him. And I know he's saying my idol wheelchair is finished. So sad that even a second division Danish team doesn't want him at the age of 30.
He has retired from professional football.
Good. Absolutely brilliant news. Let's get into the debates. Let's get into things. We unfortunately haven't got Andre today, who brings us the beautiful graphics and everything else, but I'm sure your imagination will be blowing once we...
That's all you need, guys. That's all you need. Come on, we don't always need graphics. We'll have great talking points, won't we, James? We'll make up for it.
Yeah, well, in Canada at the moment, they've had a massive internet outage and a massive signal outage, hence no Andre, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll get into things. The first one I asked on Instagram, we'll go through these three and then we'll get into other ones as well that you guys might bring up. The first one I brought up was Maddison. So James Maddison or Conor Gallagher. Who would you rather have? And so far, there's been about 500 votes on Spurs-related Instagram, and 60% have gone for Maddison and only 40 for Conor Gallagher. Who would you rather go for, Jack? And let's bang this in the little banner at the bottom. Who would you guys in the chat rather go for?
But so shall I kick things off? Tell you who and why I would have this player?
Go on.
Right, so I'm going to start off by saying the player I would have is Conor Gallagher. Mainly because I think he would come at a relatively decent price. I think it would be very hard to persuade him. Not persuade him as a player, but to persuade Chelsea. Obviously, they might want him for themselves, and strengthening a direct rival would be very unlike them, because I'm sure us Spurs fans would be fuming if we let one of our hot prospects go to a rival. But Conor Gallagher, I think his work rate is unbelievable. If you look at his underlying stats about how much he runs a game, it is crazy. I think he would work in a double pivot. This year, he showed so many creative sides to his game. He can score from long distance. And I also think it's important that our midfielders chip in with a couple of goals to kind of lay the burden off our fantastic front three. He can score from anywhere. He makes late runs into the box, but at the same time, he's got a fantastic technical ability to keep the game ticking, find the game-breaking passes, and also can shift it on that wonderful right foot and score from long distance. And for me, James Maddison, as good of a player he is, I think he's happy and settled at Leicester. I think he would command about 65 to 70 million for a player that is not guaranteed to start every game and probably doesn't fit in our preferred system. I know a few of you may argue, what about the 4-1-2-1-2? But for me, I think Conte likes to play the 4-3-3 or typically, because we've obviously got a fantastic front three with Richarlison to add to that. So I just don't think the Maddison move makes as much sense. Don't get me wrong. If we got a Maddison here we go tomorrow, I would be absolutely ecstatic. But someone like Conor Gallagher to me makes more sense. So yes, Conor Gallagher is the one I voted for on the Spurs-related poll.
Okay, nice. Kev's going Gallagher for me, but we're never getting him. Maddison for Eamon, Maddison for Sukil, Conor Gallagher for Finn, and Gallagher showing potential to fit into our system, says Owen Army. So I made that 2-2. Then we got Exiati saying Maddison. Exiati, always good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining. And same for everyone, really, as well. Really appreciate
also,
it.
guys, love the comments, but give me some reasoning as well. I know you're all football advocates. You love to watch a bit of football. Tell me why. Why are you having Maddison? Why are you having Gallagher? Because it's important for all of us. Like you say, James, we always bring up the comments. We love to hear what people have to say. They pull up some great points. So put it in there. Tell me why you want one of these two players.
Yep, sure. Kept saying Gallagher or Maddison for me. Gordon is going to be there. He's thrown in another one. Don't forget, guys, Chelsea do sell world-class players to rivals. Look at Willian and David Luiz to Arsenal. Wow. Gordon, more of a winger, though. Yeah, exactly. For me, I would personally go for Maddison. There's 2 or 3 reasons, but one is Gallagher is Chelsea, so I don't think you'd ever kick the Chelsea out of him. The other one is I generally just think James Maddison is a more complete player. He's a bit more advanced. Conor Gallagher, he's younger, yes, but I just think James Maddison is a top player when he's on form. He goes in and out of form, but he's a very, very good player. Can score a great long shot. Can be amongst the goals and assists. And he's playing in a Leicester team. Let's be honest, he's probably the worst Leicester team in 6-7 years. To be honest with you, since they won the league, I think they've progressively got a little bit worse, and I believe they didn't finish too high up in the table last year. So,
but just quickly counter argument, James. Wouldn't you argue that's mainly due to injuries? Look at the amount of injuries they had last season. Don't you think Vardy was out for most of the season? James Justin Castagna. They had so many injuries. Fullbacks as well, centre halves. You saw Wesley Fofana, a fantastic centre back in my opinion. Looking forward to see him play this year. He got injured for I think nearly a year. Don't you think that was a massive part?
Yeah, of course, but I mean, I'm not, I'm not talking down on James Maddison here. I'm talking the fact that I think James Maddison plays better in a better team, and I think he would really thrive at Spurs. You could ask, well, where is this player going to fit in? I think you could obviously have an option where you switch the formation up to a bit like what he had at Inter Milan, where he had the player in behind Lukaku and Martinez, and obviously, he liked Eriksen at Inter Milan, which is why I'm kind of surprised we didn't go for him. But listen, I think Maddison is a very, very good player, and his long shots, he's scored so many bangers in the last few years, and also can take free kicks as well, so would fill that problem. For me, obviously, Conor Gallagher, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think he is a very good player. I just think, for me, it's that Chelsea thing, number one, and number two, I just think, to be honest with you, I think Maddison is also more versatile. He's had international experience. I mean, I just think Maddison, for me, I see what you're saying about Gallagher, but Maddison, for me, I just think I'd rather go for him. I really would, for all the reasons I've just stated there. And I think also Maddison is suited at Leicester, but I think he could even go up a level at Spurs. Whereas Gallagher, I think he is really a Crystal Palace player. I think he's found his level at the moment. I'm not saying he's not going to progress, but I think Maddison would fit in more comfortably than Conor Gallagher would at Spurs. And that's just what my inkling's telling me. I'm not saying that's true, but I would say Maddison is for me one that would slot into Spurs when we change that formation up to maybe a 5-2-1-2 or however you guys see it, a 3-4-1-2. But yeah, I would go Maddison on this one. Let's see what the rest of the chat's saying before you. I know you got a little counter argument.
No, go for it.
Louis saying, how you doing, boys? Louis, great to see you, mate. Thanks for joining once again. Gallagher is strong as his iron army. Doesn't get bullied and could be absolutely whipping a ball with lots of power. It's very split, this, Jack. See?
There you are.
Maddison, amazing player. His long-range passing is absolutely incredible. Incredible for counter-attacking. Amazing playmaker. Amazing long shots. Could be an amazing free kick taker. Amazing, says Exiati. All right, fellas. This boy from the lane. Thanks for joining once again, mate. Again, you were here yesterday. You're here today. One of the Spurs-relatables in true force. Finn's saying they're very similar in terms of ability for me. See, I don't think so. I think Maddison's better. I think Gallagher probably had better stats last season. He seemed to be scoring for fun at the start of the year, but I just think.
James, do you think we should let him know?
Yeah, I think it would be good to actually get the stats from last year because I mean at the end of the day, on current form, Conor Gallagher last season for Crystal Palace, his form was 34 games played, 8 goals, 3 assists, but he got 10 yellow cards. What do you think of that?
You love your yellow card stats, don't you? You love yellow card stats.
It's discipline. You think every time we have a debate, we talk about attitude on a player. Well, that is involved in the attitude and aggression on a player. And I'm not saying, well, he's not getting, Romero. I love the fact he gets yellow. But to be fair, Conor Gallagher hasn't had any reds. However, look at Serge Aurier and his discipline. You have to look at that.
Yes, but I'd argue, being in the centre of the midfield, counter-attacking football, playing for a team that is Crystal Palace, doesn't always have the ball. You're gonna have to get fouls in the middle of the park, and that's always gonna be a yellow card. So that's why I'd argue, yes, is it a meaningful stat? It shows he's aggressive, he shows he wants to win the ball first, and he takes the fouls when he needs to.
Right, Jack, I've pulled them both up on my other screen, right? I'm looking at the stats now. James Maddison, 35 games played, right? Yeah. 12 goals, 8 assists. So he had 20 goal contributions in 35 games last season. That is very, very good. Whereas Conor Gallagher only had 8 goals, 3 assists in pretty much the same amount of games. So he got 11 goal contributions. So basically, Maddison got double the goal contributions in the same amount of games. For me, argue that. I mean,
but then I can argue that because, like you say, I've said plenty of times, stats are very important. But I judge a player by watching them, and I think Conor Gallagher would be a better fit for Tottenham. And I think the formation we play would suit Gallagher more. And I also think Gallagher's got a lot of scope to improve. I really do. I think Maddison, as good of a player he is, I actually don't think he would raise his level as high as Conor Gallagher would. I think Conor Gallagher off the ball as well is better than Maddison. I think that's really important in the Conte system. Both very good players. Can totally see why it's almost 50-50, like you say in the comments. I think you said it's 60-40 on the poll. So, yeah, if we could bring one of these two in next season, it'd be really exciting.
Okay, interesting. I mean, it's a great debate. I mean, a lot of people have said Gallagher as well. So, I'm not saying your argument is a lost cause. I think it is a very close one. Let's see what the poll's saying now. I've just refreshed it. So it's 307 votes for Maddison, 214 for Gallagher. So it's 59-41%. It's close. Should we go on to the next one, Jack? And this one's even more close. Wow, this is going to spice up now. Finn's saying, who's Gallagher providing for? Edouard, Zaha, Ayew, Mateta. Boy from the lane says, Maddison got 3 years on Gallagher. Just keeping in mind Gallagher in 3 years. Oof, what a player. Helps the argument there, I guess, what you're saying again, Jack. But let's move on to the next one. And I'm going to just pop it in this banner right now. And Jack knows exactly what this one's about. This guy has been linked with not Liverpool, Man United. It looked like it was going to happen. It's gone a bit quiet. He was then linked with Chelsea. Who knows what is going to happen?
I like this one. I think we said about this one before. I'm fairly split. So I tell you what, guys, if we're excited for this, tell your friends, get them to get on the stream. I want to see people, if they're big Spurs fans or big football fans, let them get their opinions heard as well, because we want as many people as possible.
Absolutely love it. Here it is. Would you guys rather in the chat, and I want not only an answer, but a one-sentence reason why you're picking this player over another, like Jack said. Would you rather Milinkovic-Savic of Lazio or Frankie de Jong of Barcelona? Slightly different players, both central midfield players. Both, can get amongst the goals. Both are good at defending. Who are you going for and why? Maybe one fits Spurs better, but Jack, over to you on this one, because I know I think you're a fan of one over the other, and I think I know which one you're going to go for because we had another video before.
Okay, well, you know what? This is a really tricky
You
one.
look a bit like Frankie de Jong as well, Jack. Just looking at
You
the
are,
haircut and everything. Yeah, I think you are Frankie de Jong, aren't you? I think you're going to go Frankie de Jong.
We were going to show my free kick, James. I'm a bit like Frankie.
Well, what can I say? We won't.
But anyway, I will take that certainly. Frankie de Jong, what does he bring you? Composure on the ball. In tight spaces, he's the man you look for. We say about Basuma, this guy is that caliber, if not higher. He's obviously been brought up in the Dutch system over at Ajax. He's had managers like Ten Hag. And let's be honest, the most important thing for them is control and making sure you have time on the ball. But to have time on the ball, you need to make it for yourself because you've obviously got high pressing teams in Ajax in the Dutch leagues. So Frankie de Jong for me, fantastic player. So calm on the ball, so composed, fantastic passing ability, chips in with the goals when it's needed. And then you've got Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio. This guy's a real bulldog. He runs and runs and runs, and that is so important. But not only does he do that, this guy, I think he got over 10 goals and 10 assists in the Serie A last season. That is absurd stats for a centre midfielder. And thinking about bringing someone of that caliber into Tottenham's midfield, that'd be a real statement signing. I've said it plenty of times. I think he'd probably be one of the best midfielders in the league. And we seriously need someone of that quality. Yes, Basuma, Skip, brilliant players.
I thought you loved Milinkovic-Savic.
I'm talking about Milinkovic-Savic.
Sorry, I thought you liked Frankie de Jong.
I love de Jong. But you know what, James? This is what I'm coming to. Who do I think would actually be better for Spurs? Who do I think would do better numbers? And Conte would really like, I think he'd like them both. I think Milinkovic-Savic would be the perfect signing because he chips in with the goals, because he doesn't stop running. De Jong is he's not a luxury player, but he almost needs someone to come alongside with him so they can sit off and de Jong can do the pretty football, you can say, like finding the passes in behind, keeping it out of tight areas. Milinkovic-Savic is just an overall brilliant player. Chips in with the goals, chips in with the assists, runs off the ball. He just can do everything. And James, you might agree with me here. You might like Milinkovic-Savic, or you might be swayed to de Jong. I think they're both fantastic players, but Savic would probably be the one. If I had one or the other, I think I'd bring him in.
Okay. This helps your point as well. I mean, de Jong, I think he does play further back than Milinkovic-Savic, to be fair. I feel like de Jong is more of a soak up the ball and then play the strings so, another creative player can play it forward. But de Jong, 3 goals, 3 assists in 32 games last season, so 6 goal contributions. Milinkovic-Savic, 37 games played, 11 goals, 11 assists, 22 goal contributions in 37 games. That is a proper player. And like you said, the Serie A transition as well, we know works better than La Liga. It's a fact. And that, for me, is very quickly is why I would go Milinkovic-Savic as well, because I think he's slightly older, 27. De Jong's 25. I think Milinkovic-Savic is a ready player now. Like I think de Jong is as well, actually. But like in terms of the transition, I think it's such an easier transition from Serie A to Prem than it is La Liga to Prem. You look at the signings we've made from La Liga in the past. Roberto Soldado. Okay, yeah, you could say, James, you're picking out the bad ones. But there's been numerous ones that haven't quite worked. Brian Hill, not ready to play in the Premier League. Roberto Soldado was not ready to play in the Premier League. But where you look at Serie A, we're all questioning Kulusevski. We're all questioning Bentancur. Is he good enough? But they fit in like a glove into this system. And a lot of that's to do with the manager, of course. Conte, the system he plays is very much adapted from Italian football in the wing backs, and that he really mastered with Chelsea, and of course, even more so with Inter Milan and taking them to new heights. But for me, Milinkovic-Savic would be an unreal option. Imagine him behind Kane and Son. I think it would just be unbelievable. But then you say, where does Richarlison come in? Where does Kulusevski come in? Do we even need these players? Does de Jong fit in more? Let's see what the chat's saying. We've talked for a little bit on this, but there's been it's here. So Milinkovic-Savic for Sukil. Exiati's gone de Jong, and it's not even close. De Jong is literally a game changer. De Jong could be our Modric, controls midfield.
I really like De Jong. Everyone's heard how much I like him. Just to point out, I think they're both amazing players. Would love either of them.
De Jong for 100% for Carl. We should be swooping in and offering what Barcelona want. Finn's going Milinkovic-Savic. I'd make this 3-1 to De Jong at the moment. Haven't seen too much.
3-2.
3-2, yeah. But it seems to be a top player. De Jong, very composed on the ball, great passing and tackling. For me, De Jong's Dennis, so that's 4-2. De Jong for the creativity. Vanilla, welcome on in, mate. And Dennis, thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate that, you both. That's 5-2. For me, Milinkovic-Savic makes it 5-3, only just because I feel like his presence in that midfield team, tall, strong, and finds the goal, would be perfect for us. De Jong is like a Conte or Kimmich player, always there on the ball, never tired. De Jong is definitely possible, especially if you look at United deal, they're slow and we can take over quick. 65 million plus add-ons would be a future world-class player. Savic is also a warrior and probably has the correct mentality for a Conte side, but a deal might be more complicated than saying De Jong is easy to do. Yeah, we can scoop for De Jong deal, but would be very expensive, unlikely. Hell, let's just go for both. Exactly. We signed 5. Let's make it 7, guys. Exactly that. Love it. Lynch, don't think I've seen you before, mate. Really appreciate you joining. Hope you're doing well, buddy. He says Paqueta, monster of a player. Got another Paqueta fan in there. The player we need is Paqueta, 24 monster player. Monster of a player, goals, assists, and Brazil international. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Milinkovic will be expensive, offering Ndombele and a lot of money. I mean, Ndombele is probably going to make the deal even more expensive. You have to pay to get rid of Ndombele these days. You know, it's like, you know, I would honestly do a deal where we had to pay to get rid of that guy. You know, controversial, but, you know, here you go, guys. Have 10 million. Please get rid of this guy. Please get rid of this guy.
Sorry, did you see that yesterday? He's linked with PSG. If they don't get Renato Sanchez, they might take him. So that was great to hear. But
wow. De Jong all day, says Steve. What's that? 6'3" or 6'4"? I've lost count. Jeffrey, this is Steve. First time I've seen you, mate. Really appreciate you joining. There's a few new joiners. Jeffrey, not seen you before. Hi, guys. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Paqueta, better than all of these. Lynch is very, very, very adamant on this. Both great, but Milinkovic-Savic has it all. Says Kuva, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Do you believe Paratici will bring back Çalhanoğlu to Tottenham?
Don't see it, mate. I don't know enough about Çalhanoğlu. I remember him when he was younger, and he was a fantastic free kick taker. But I think we should probably set our sights higher. People may tell me I'm being stupid, and they've seen more than me personally. But I think there's better players than Çalhanoğlu nowadays. But obviously, I think is he at AC Milan currently? I think he's done relatively well there.
No, he's at Inter. He's at Inter. He went from AC to Inter, didn't he?
Wow. See, there you are.
He was getting called a snake last transfer windows.
AC, but fair enough.
He's at Inter.
Do you know a lot about him, James?
Who, Çalhanoğlu? I just know he can absolutely smash a free kick, and he gets amongst the goals. But most of his goals are set pieces, so it answers a lot of questions. Would I take him? Is he good enough to start for Spurs? I don't think so. But essentially, you know, 90th minute free kick, bang it over the wall, job done, 3 points. Who knows? But I don't know if it's worth paying considerable fee. I don't know how much he's worth. I think he's actually older than people think. But let's see on that one. Let's keep going through these comments. Sounds like you want to release him. Nah, I love Ndombele, guys. Absolutely love it. I'd love Hakan just for the vibes. PSG only wanted Ndombele because Poch wanted him. Fair enough. Funny thing is, the player we need in that midfield is sitting there, and Ndombele is the player we just need. We need such a shame about his attitude.
I would totally agree, but I think nowadays, when you've got a manager like Conte and you've had 3 managers that all just question his work rate, he doesn't really want to be there, to be honest. He's earning £200,000 a week, and if you watch him, even in training, I don't like to judge a player by that, he just strolls around. He's literally, Harry Winks is about to leave Tottenham, okay? And he's working 10 times harder than Ndombele. It's a real shame because no one would question his ability. On the ball, he's one of the best players in the Premier League. But he honestly does not care when you've got Liverpool and Man City running at you at full blast. Ndombele is not the type of player you want tracking back, who's going to go and get that ball back. He's not going to do it. And to be honest, he just doesn't have that connection to Spurs. And I think a deal for all parties will be best if he moves on. And I know James agrees with me there.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you 100%. What else have we got here? There's lots of comments coming through, guys. Everyone seems to be joining now. We've got a good talking point. Matthew saying Frankie de Jong, star. Look at that, star.
Star boy, Frankie de Jong. He was the star boy, wasn't he?
Yeah. Savic over Çalhanoğlu. Wow. Completely different players, I know. I don't know where you're going with that one. Oh, Milinkovic-Savic. Sorry. I thought you meant Stefan Savic. I was like, where are we going with this? Yeah, the guy that like rattled Grealish from Atletico Madrid. Paqueta far too weak for the Prem. Baller though, says Dave. I'd take Young though, but not at the Koya price. Milinkovic-Savic all day. Dave, another new face. Thanks for joining, buddy. I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying your time here. We have to look at the English players now. Get Spence and Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes could be a talking point. Would you rather have
that, James? Like you say, you take him, mate. You were getting there.
I was just going to say, maybe would you guys take Harvey Barnes? Maybe just a yes or no. Harvey Barnes, I think he's a top player, but where would he fit in? Would he get in our squad?
Harvey Barnes, like James, I'm all about young English talent, about helping them improve. But I think with Conte, we probably need players that can do it now. I think Harvey Barnes is a good player with lots of potential, but for me, just lacks a bit, not quality in the final third, maybe a bit of composure. Sometimes I feel like he gets in so many good positions and he just doesn't finish his dinner all the time. But then again, saying that, he does get a lot of goals and assists and he has been injured. So it could be a good option.
Absolutely, yeah, spot on. Interesting, very interesting. There's about 35 of you guys now. The numbers are growing. Everyone's loving this. Everyone's absolutely loving it. Stephen Hitchin scouts players with YouTube conversations. Yeah, you probably get Andy Carroll in or something. Screw it, let's just get Modric back. Yeah, why not? Why not? If we get Çalhanoğlu, we will challenge for the league with our current squad.
Really, I want you to fill me in because I like to think I know my stuff, but Çalhanoğlu I can definitely do with some. So someone give me some stats. Tell me why you think he can challenge for the league, because I haven't seen enough from him personally. Even when he was in his prime years, James, and we were being linked with him when he was being touted as a really good player, as well as scoring those amazing free kicks. I never feel that he was that amazing. Do you agree with Jeffrey here, or?
I don't think there's a massive need for him, is there?
No, I don't really see it, to be honest, but I could be wrong. That's why. But I've seen a few people saying Çalhanoğlu is a very good player, so I want to hear what they got to say.
Potentially. Undouble makes Berbatov look super up for training, yeah. Harvey Barnes is a big yes. Harvey Barnes, Sonny back up. Look at that. Savic could honestly break through into the top world-class rankings if he joins the team with a manager like Conte. Should he be entering his prime now? I think he can improve on Lazio. Bentancur is better than Çalhanoğlu, says Ayanami. Barnes needs to be around class players. He would be great for us. And Çalhanoğlu is a dusty free kick merchant. What you make of that, Jake?
Oh, wow. I know he's always coming out with a banter, isn't he? He's always got something to say with his final pesties and everything. Keep it going, Army. One of the day ones here. We've always seen him in the streams, haven't we? Good stuff, mate. Lovely to see you in here.
Absolutely. Right. Just quickly to finish up on the Milinkovic-Savic De Jong debate. Milinkovic-Savic had 270 votes. De Jong had 330. So he was 55% to 45%. In De Jong's favour was 55% to De Jong, 330 votes at the moment on the Instagram poll. So very interesting that De Jong was the favourite here. I would really have thought Milinkovic-Savic, but this is why we do these. It's very interesting, guys. Very interesting points. And the reason I've got Louis' comment up is because he's perfectly moved us on to the other one I did on Instagram, which was a centre-back, which was, who would you guys rather have? And I'm not going to talk about Bastoni because I just don't think, or it might still happen, but I'm going with realistic ones. Again, you could argue neither of these two would happen. But this is the debate. This is the debate I had. And this is the debate that's actually caused the biggest even split. And I think this is going to cause a talking point. Would you guys go for Bremer or Pau Torres? And why? Again, you put which one and say why. This is going to be interesting, but I'm going to hand over to Jack. Before I do so, let's quickly go through a few more comments because they're racing in now. Football Games, hi. Always good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining. Spurs are not ready to win the title yet. None of their players have ever won anything. I'm sorry. Thank you, John, for your comment. But I, in some respects, I actually agree with you, mate. But this is the year for me. I say it every single year, but I really do mean it. Like, we've done business this year. We're not used to signing 5 players by July the 9th. 5 players. Question for you boys. Would you rather Maddison and Spence for around 80-90 million or just splash all that on Hakimi? Jack, take this one.
Hakimi. Bring him in. This guy would revolutionise our squad. Keep saying it. Statement signings. Imagine having Perisic and Hakimi down the wing backs, and then in front of that you've got Kulusevski, Son, and Kane, and you've got Perisic, who's bow-footed, Hakimi, who's just got bags of pace and has that composure, has that experience, playing for the best teams in Europe. That'd be a mouth-watering sign. That's proper eye-catching as well. If you're Chelsea, you're Man United, you're Man City, you're Liverpool, they're the type of players who can compete with Reece James, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Cancelo. That's the type of caliber of player he is.
Okay.
Oh, my pen's gone flying.
Very clear on that one. Spurs will sign Ronaldo. I'll believe when I see it, mate. If we sign De Jong, our odds to win the Premier League would drop big time, says Lynch. Bremer says Dylan, so that's 1-0. Big up, lads. Zach, really appreciate you joining. Same with Ellie, saying James and Jack. James and Jack and James. So good we got named twice by Ellie tonight. Bringing us all the Spurs news with the sass. Love it. Thanks, Ellie. Hope you're doing well. Power Torres says because he has a better FIFA card. Love that comment. Bremer, clear, but people say Power Torres. But honestly, if you watch both, you would know Bremer is better. He's got into Serie A Team of the Year by playing in Torino, who came 10th. Good point. I like that comment. I like that comment a lot. Power Torres because he wants to leave Villarreal, and Bremer is not interested as he wants Italian citizenship.
That's also a very good comment. I like that a lot because I have heard reports today on here. We like TV Tier 1 news. Some would argue he is, some would argue he's not, but I would say he's pretty reliable. Damasio has said that he expects Bremer to stay in Italy. He wants, I think it is because he gets Italian citizenship, as who said it? Someone in the chat who's here a lot, I know your name, said, agreed with that point. And I just see he's kind of that Italian type of player. He might want to stay there for another year, get that citizenship. Pau Torres, like you say, he wanted to stay at Villarreal last year to achieve his dream with, I think it's his boyhood club or a club he's got a close affinity with. And now he's ready to move on. So, like you say, I'll tell you my opinions in a minute, but I think we've got some really good points here.
Okay. Bremer, 100%. Bremer's going to Inter, so Torres. Bremer, 100%. Not even difficult Serie A Defender of the Year, say no more. I haven't seen a single minute of Bremer, and that I can recollect. So Pau Torres for me, big aerial presence, and I love him. Torres because Bremer needs Italy. Well, the comments are coming through thick and fast now. Hakimi and Torres, we will win the league, says Zach. Very confident. I can't disagree either. Lenglet could honestly be top class, and that lowers the need for Torres. And I'd rather wait for Bastoni or Carvalho next summer and buy Bremer while improving our centre backs this window. Centre back. Bremer, please, better defender, says Kev. Love the confidence, Kev. Bremer, another Brazilian shithouse. Imagine him and Romero would be the worst to play against. That would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? That really would. Stuart, first time seeing you in here, mate. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. He says Savic and Bremer for me. Love that. To me, sign a batch of Liverpool players. Used to do likes of Carroll Ings. It's not a good thing because it's a prone error. Few of them may turn up while the majority will fail.
I just want to know who John supports because, John, I personally think Spurs this year in the past better this year, other like past years, has made very smart signings.
Spurs. Look, we need to sign strategically, not to just make up numbers.
Is that not strategically signings? I just want to talk about this point because I can understand it, but if you break it down and be serious here, Basuma, Prem proven, one of the best CDMs in outside of the top six. Perisic, both-footed, carried Croatia along with Modric to a World Cup final. As well as this, he's got experience all around Europe. Fraser Forster, backup keeper, almost helped Spurs get in Champions League football after that amazing save when Southampton beat Arsenal. On top of that, Clement Lenglet, one of the hotly tipped centre-halves, ball-playing centre-half, been at Barcelona, been at Sevilla. Good player. And then who else? Who am I missing, James? Richarlison. Look, only one season without in the Prem, without 10 goals and without 10 goals. As well as this, he gets involved with the play, doesn't stop running. A statement signing. He's our fourth option potentially. We're building a squad. Every one of these players, they've got that track record of being able to play in the Prem, or they've got fantastic experience around Europe. These are not just anybody's who are pulling together. Conte has specifically pulled these players out, told Levy, told Paratici, this is who I want, and you're going to bring him in, otherwise I'm walking. So I really don't think it's a load of players being brought together. So I just wanted to say that from my point of view, because I think it's actually very smart signings.
Okay, nice. I like that. I don't even know what to say because, spot on. Right, we're so behind on these comments, Jack. 6 months Bremer is eligible to play for Italy. Guys, if I don't get through all your comments, don't be disheartened. Like, keep smashing them in. It's just I'm about 30 comments behind already. Bremer more suitable to the Premier League. Torres would be okay though, but the thought of Romero and Bremer, that would be class. We need to sign strategically, says John. I can see Bremer going to Milan. Foggy Foam, nice to see you, mate. First time seeing you again. So many new faces, guys. Smash that subscribe button. I absolutely love it. Jimenez is top centre back, especially when we need a centre back. A real beast.
I think Man City bidded 70 million last summer and they rejected it, so I don't think he's going anywhere, sadly. But I totally agree. Very good player.
Imagine Bremer, Bentancur, Romero, and Richarlison fighting other players. Christ, we would get so many reds. Kimpembe from PSG as a baller. Smart signings. If we want to push for Bremer now, it's the time. PSG will be holding another meeting for Skriniar. Going for him went into Sfanzelo. I'd love to see Barella, but I'm not sure it's too likely. Long laces, Ellie. Will said Jack says Zach. We have now signed ballers. I have to say this. Thank you, Levy, Paratici, and Conte, of course. Absolutely love it. Are we linked to Savage? These Arsenal failures might say that we're on their shadow wherever they go. Love it, John. Bit more positivity, mate. Absolutely love it. There you go. There it is. There's the real John. John was in the dumps. We've cheered him up. XDFT saying, I think all we need is some players who are UCL experienced. And that's Longley. I'm not on the Longley hype. I'm far from it. If you watched the video yesterday, I nearly started crying the fact we're actually going for Longley over these players like Bastoni, Gvardiol. But it's Champions League experience. I think he's played like 50 games in the Champions League. Experience in the Champions League. We need that. We need that.
Barcelona in the office today. There's a lot of well-respected journalists, and they were saying that when speaking to Barcelona,
well-respected journalists from the Sun. No, I don't believe you.
Head writers in the Sun, they know what they're talking about. Some of them, yes, some of the articles James might not agree with, but genuinely, these people, they go to the games in Barcelona. They speak to some of the top people, and they actually did say that Clement Longley, a lot of not Barcelona fans, but people who watch football, they say that Clement Longley was a fantastic player. But his confidence was completely shot because the way the Barcelona fans treated him was terrible. And like we say, football's a confidence-based game. And if your confidence is down, you're not going to be able to perform to the ability that you should know inside that you can do. So there you are. There's some inside information.
Right, guys. I love it. Bremer, Pau Torres. I think the winner was probably Bremer here, right? Well, on Instagram. Instagram was 54% to Pau Torres with 344 votes. And 46%, 293 votes for Bremer. So there you go, guys. If you were involved in the Instagram polls, there's your answers to that.
Sorry, James. I think Pau Torres people have probably watched a bit more like Bremer, unless you're a massive football fan, which no, you can be a massive football fan and not watch Bremer play football because he plays for Torino. And let's be honest, I don't watch Torino every week. I've just seen Bremer bits here and there because I watch it at Serie A. But then again, everyone's seen Pau Torres because he plays in the Champions League, he's played in the Europa League, and he's been around for a few more years. So I can kind of understand why people would sway more to Pau Torres. Because let's be honest, you're going to judge a player on which one you've seen the most. And if they've impressed you, you're probably going to vote for them. So I can totally understand the votings there.
Okay. Longley is a really clever move. Bastoni and Gvardiol, etc. are not available this summer, says Carl. Longley is the next Jan. I called it. Wow, that is a big statement. Rumour is Torres could be going for 40 to 45 million. To me, that's a steal. If we had the chance for Bastoni, I'd go for him. But Torres is someone that would help us majorly. Now, Ellie says we still need 3 more players. Right wing back, which should be Spence. That should happen very soon. A centre back and a cam. Well, the cam is what we debated earlier. I guess in a way, Milinkovic-Savic can play cam, but then you could also say Maddison or Gallagher.
Isn't he?
Pardon?
He's more of a box-to-box midfielder. I was just checking if there was any more reports to bring to you, but it doesn't look like there is. But I was saying Milinkovic-Savic is more of a box-to-box midfielder, I'd argue, than a cam.
Okay, Barcelona Madrid fans don't deserve success. Worst fans out there treat their legends like crap. Bale is one of the club's biggest legends, yet they would whistle at him. Yeah, I mean, they whistled Ronaldo at one point, boy from the lane. I'm really not surprised. Man United and Chelsea having a laugh. If we fail next season, Kane will join United. No chance, mate. No chance. Is that going to happen? Why would he want to go to United? They're literally finishing what did they finish last season? 6th? No, 7th, wasn't it? Or 6th?
6th. They just
they're even a level behind us now. Like, come on. You guys seen the Longley interview? He said he's very hungry and wants to win and do everything. Seems like a very passionate person to me. Absolutely love it.
James, if he's passionate and wants to play for Antonio Conte's tricky lily whites, then get him in.
Are we good on the English quota at the moment? No, I think we need one more, maybe, especially if Winks goes. And Winks
looks like Tanganga could be heading out. There's another exclusive for you.
Yeah, that's not exclusive. It's known that AC Milan are looking at him. I think if we need
exclusive, I just meant live on the stream, letting everyone know. But
okay,
anyway,
I'll let you off. I think we need another English player in one of the positions we were talking about. Talking about English talent, guys. If I can get this to work, which could be a massive fail. There's 4 of you watching. Let's just quickly see another English talent that potentially, in a way, well, let's just find out, shall we?
What do you want to know? Sorry. Oh!
Oh, that's unreal! That's absolutely unreal.
Who's that? Who is that?
Right, we're gonna get this on full screen quickly. How do we do this? Look, that's better. That's better. Here we go. Right. Let's play this again. This is Jack scoring goal of the season with his team. Quick little break in the interim here. Let's just watch that one more time. Oh, that's me. Hang on a sec, guys. I got a bit of a technical issue. Here we go. Ready? Forget Chow and Nogalu. What about this? Little dummy. Bang. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Just one. I've got to see that one more time. Just run that back once more. Number 19. That's an absolute hit. I think we need to analyse. You know what? We make a little section on the show. If you guys play football and score bangers and have it on record, send them in. We'll do a little review.
Oh, I love that.
That would be unreal. Like a little "You've Been Framed," but for football clips. That was unreal.
And then you celebrations afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Look, and we've got to get like an SR celebration just so get it out there. Quality free kicks, Jack says Kev, number 19, James Ward-Prowse, have it, son, better than Kane. Don't be looking down, John. Only look up. We are going to be the best team in London next season. Then the year after, you know the score trophy. Sign him up, says Lynch. Sign him up, says Finn. Bring Kyle Walker back. Oh, this could be a talking point, potentially. Of exclusive breaking news, Arsenal. Yeah, that's not breaking news. To be honest, if we get Maddison or Savic after Spence, this window would either be the best or close to the best Spurs. I think it would be the best. I can't remember in my lifetime, personally, a better window than that. And actually, currently, I can't remember a better window than we've had, Jack. What about you?
Do you know what? The first summer window under Jose Mourinho, I was really excited. I think it was more the thrill factor when we brought in, I think it was Doherty, Gareth Bale, who else? We signed a few players, and I was just, was the Collier shoulder. Thanks, Luca. Thank you for that. But I was really excited that summer. But I think these are much more strategic, smart signings rather than super names like Gareth Bale.
Okay.
Not just shirt sales signings.
Cool. Guys, there's 40 of you watching on YouTube and there's only 25 likes. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already for more content like this. Jack, don't have a go at them. I'm asking them nicely. But smash a thumbs up because it really does help the algorithms, really helps us push the channel out there. We're over 1,130 subs now, so we're trying to obviously push towards 2K, and the likes really do help. You guys honestly probably don't even, of course you understand, but don't understand how much it helps us get the videos out there more and more. So smash a subscribe if you're watching and smash a like. And also I found a stat the other day that 68% of our watchers aren't subscribed. So I know there's people out there right now that are not subscribed. Just smash it. It's free. Subscribe.
I appreciate you, but why are you not subscribed? I'm telling you, you're missing out. Get that notification bell on. Also, James, I hope you won't mind me saying, but guys, if you can put in the comments, just let us know you're here. Let us know you're watching it live. Let us know you're enjoying it because it's great to see your thoughts in the comments. Let us know some of your opinions. Or if you see my free kick, put JWP who? Jack Burford, number 19. So I know you've been watching. I'm sure I'll reply to a few of them. So yeah, let's keep the interactive levels high like we do on a stream. Let's do it. I want to see those comments.
What's that? Ward-Prowse says Lynch. Lot of love going on. Smash the likes for these guys. Great content, great lads. Thanks, Jack. Zach, really appreciate you joining as always, mate. But yeah, I mean, like I said, subscribing and liking really does help us out. And the other thing is, like Jack said, it's so easy to turn notifications on. I'm literally going to tell you guys how to do it now because I know some people may or may not know how to do it. All you literally do, guys, if you're watching us live now, is you just click on the channel. And then it comes up at the top right here. And it says, there's a little bell. Look, on my second account, I haven't even got it turned on. What poor show that is. So it comes up, it says all or personalized. Click all, like that. And then it says notifications turned on. And every time we're live, you get a little notification. And you can either click on it and come and join us, or it reminds you that we're live and you can watch it when convenient. So there you go.
Also important to mention, guys, we're going to have so many weekly streams. And there's going to be a schedule. So you guys can book it in your calendar. Write it in your notes. Just say, we're going live then, and then we can all be interactive together because we're going to have a better schedule. This week, I've been on work experience, and I've been a bit all over the place. James is always here on time, guys. If you're worried about the delayed streams, usually it's my fault, so I do apologise. But I'm telling you, from next week onwards, this summer, the pre-season games this season, it's going to be exciting times at Spurs Related. The vlogs, the fan shows, potentially, James, like you say, the super chaps coming in soon, some breakdown analysis. do you know what I mean, James? I'm really excited. Are you?
Very excited. Look, guys, clicking that bell. Army saying click or press the bell. Watching from Malta. Lynch, really appreciate that. All around the world, you guys. How far do you think we'll reach in the Champions League, says John. Very quickly, I'm saying we'll get to the knockouts, maybe the last. I'm going to go quarterfinals, actually. Quarterfinals. What do you think, Jack?
I'm going to say quarterfinals. You know what? Usually I would say higher. The reason I'm going to go with quarterfinals is because Conte's got a track record of not always doing as well in Europe. Everything's got to change, and I wouldn't be surprised if this year's his year there. But sometimes you get a bad, unlucky draw, and I do believe we're going to be doing well in the Premier League and hopefully the domestic cup competition. So there you are, quarterfinals. I think that's a good starting point, and hopefully we bring that much-needed trophy in the Premier League. Not Premier League, FA Cup or Carabao Cup. Let's be honest, probably more realistic to start.
Exactly that. If you have notifications on Army says you might be the first to comment, because most of the time it's Army. So maybe let's see if we can beat little game next time we're live, which I believe could be Sunday, if not Monday. You get that notification saying we're live. Let's see who's commenting first. Let's give him a little shout out whoever's first. Be interesting. Semi-final says Zach. At least a round of 8. I'm guessing you mean quarters, Jeffrey. Actually, now it'll be shown at a decent time if it's in South Korea. You're going to do a pre-season.
Go for it, James.
I was just going to say, Finn's saying you're going to do a pre-season stream when we're playing in South Korea, like 4 a.m. UK. I believe we're playing in South Korea. It's 12 p.m. UK time. So, unfortunately, I'll be working, but potentially we get Andre and Jack on it. Andre would have to wake up very early, but maybe Jack. I don't know.
But, guys, not to worry. We'll be straight after that, post-match analysis, maybe giving you some clips. I don't know if we're allowed to do that, but definitely some comments on the goals, scorers. And, yeah, we'll have a great chat about it, I'm sure. So you won't be missing out. Don't worry.
And actually, I've got a little proposition, actually. I'm going to quickly share my screen. Again, first time doing this, so this could also go very, very badly. But what about this? I've just had a little thought. Let's have a little look. Share screen. Let's share this one. Let's see. Hopefully this works. Here we go. What about one of the next fixtures, Tottenham v Sevilla? How about we do a little live stream for that next Saturday potentially?
Now that's what I like to hear. And to be fair, James, maybe a little Tottenham v Roma, Jose Mourinho v Antonio Conte, 7:15. Maybe that could be a good one.
This could be one. Well, what day is that on? Let's find out. Surely that is on a Saturday as well, right? So Saturday, 7:15, Tottenham Roma, a little watch along could happen. We've even got the week before Rangers could be a watch along. There's so many watch along opportunities, and of course, then we get into the nitty gritty of Tottenham. Southampton.
The vlogs start coming, guys. If you like the vlogs, let me know in the comments because I had great fun recording them last year. I hope you guys did too. And I tell you what, there's going to be some serious, very good, hopefully higher quality, more fan reaction vlogs next year. So let me know if you've enjoyed them.
There you go. Semi-finals says Zach. Let's just quickly remove my screen share. There we go. Semi-finals says Zach. Sorry. Conte would never have gotten what he asked for as well. What Levy is doing is unprecedented for both parties. Gaga's in there. Always good to see you. Big up the boys. Does anyone know when the first pre-season game was? Just literally brought it on screen there, mate. Wednesday, 12 o'clock UK time. So, yeah, there we go. That Norwich vlog was class. That was all Jack's work there. Sounds North good London to me.
Derby. Check them out as well. Good. Glad you like that, Carl. North London Derby one, probably my favourite one to do, but the Norwich one as well. James, I loved it, didn't I? This was the here we go Jack Burford movement after we got the few vlogs. I thought it's been great. I've had great fun with you, James, talking all things Spurs. That was, wouldn't you say, that's when you made the deadline day signing?
I think it was, to be fair. I think it was. It sounds good to me. I'll be watching on the THFC app. It's in the last of Lamella. Yeah, it's Spurs Sevilla coming up. I'll tune in afterwards. Love it, Jeffrey. Thanks, mate. Vlogs were really good. I enjoyed them. Yeah, let's just go out to South Korea and do some vlogs for that game. Imagine that would be incredible.
Just a last minute call up.
Yeah, imagine a little. It only cost a couple grand on flights and everything else. You know, why not? Why don't we do it? In all seriousness, though, Rangers Tottenham is that in South Korea as well? It must be, right?
No, I don't think it is. I think
it is because we got Roma on the 30th. Oh no, that's at Ibrox.
The Ibrox, told you.
That's at Ibrox, and then Tottenham Roma is at Sami Ofer Stadium, which is in Israel. So we're playing Roma in Israel. So which is a week before the season starts. So there you go. James, big up. Mick, thanks, mate. Yeah, really appreciate you joining. Let's set up
Thanks, Mick.
Let's set up a Korean barbecue. Jeffrey says, no, I'll be wasting away in English analysing Pines while Tottenham are playing, mate. We'll do a little rundown of the game after. Promise you guys on that. What day will that be?
Do you need sentence starters, a level 6 in English? I'm sure I can help you out with a couple. I'm joking.
Wednesday, we will do a little analysis on the pre-season game. So stay tuned for that Wednesday evening. Can't get a word in edgeways at the moment. Jack is all over the place. Take the train across Russia and get a flight from Vladivostok to Seoul. Look at this. Big up, Ellie, and Rangers and Roma will be a good one. Yeah, looking forward to some of these pre-seasons now. Just getting a little sight of the players, getting a little insight. But yeah, it'll be good. We'll do some watch-alongs. But let us know if you want to do watch-alongs as well. The way you can do so is in these live comments now. Just say yes to live. What should we put? Yes to watch-alongs, and we'll know that you guys are interested in watch-alongs. Because to be honest with you, I think the first watch-along I can see happening would probably be either on the Sevilla game if Andre and Jack are about. I'm actually not available, but the Rangers Tottenham game I can see being a good one on the 23rd of July. Maybe we'll make that happen, guys. So let us know. Yes to watch-alongs if you want to see that.
What was the one before Sevilla? The one we said we think we could do at midday. Not on the Wednesday. Not on the Wednesday.
That is Sevilla Saturday.
Can't make it.
Yeah, next Saturday I can't do either. So unless Andre does one on his own at 6 o'clock his time, I don't think that's going to happen. But Rangers Tottenham, 23rd of July. Let's do a watch along. I'm promising you guys that now. 3 o'clock kickoff, and that will be on a Saturday. So 2 weeks Saturday, we'll do a watch along. Cole's all up for the watch alongs. Absolutely love it. Sorry you didn't win Euro Millions, so can't treat you to a career vlog trip. Maybe one day, Kev, if you win the Euro Millions, you can fund our vlogs everywhere we go. Look at that. It'll be cool if you lads show the goals and then we talk about them as an idea. Zach, I love it. We can do that as long as it's a difficult one because sometimes you can get copyright strikes if you show clips. I know that for a fact. So maybe, I don't know if there's a way around that or, we'll see.
Try our best.
Couple more comments. Mick saying yes to watch-alongs. There's a few people that want to watch-alongs. Finn's gone right off on topic as well. He's in the Jack Club. He's gone right off on a tangent. How do we watch the pre-season games, boys? I think, don't quote me, you can watch it through the Tottenham website, potentially on this new Spurs Play site, but don't quote me.
You can pay a yearly subscription. I think if you're a member or season ticket holder, you can pay £35 for a yearly subscription. People would say that's expensive because it certainly is, but I think that includes Antonio Conte's new 40-minute segment of his 202 days. As well as this, you get to see, by the way, this is not an advertisement at all. This is just me telling you what it is as a fellow Spurs fan. You get to see all the preseason live friendlies as well as academy live games. So it's not a bad buy, but then again, it's still expensive.
What's this? The new platform?
New platform, James.
You guys only post tier 1 sources on your Instagram, and your Instagram is tier 1 top tier, guys. Really appreciate that, mate. Yeah, that's what we do. We don't want to post false transfer news, false rumors. We don't want to do any of that. We only want to bring you the best content, the most reliable content, and the most accurate content. AFC James James Reed Fan TV says Bournemouth v Bristol City friendly stream. I would honestly love to watch that game if it was the Champions League final and nothing else, mate. But thanks for putting it in the chat. Really appreciate it. I hope Bournemouth do well in the Prem this year. I really actually do, jokes aside. But
Bournemouth. I think Tanganga looks like he could be going there, so that'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, it sounds like an advertisement, 100%. Dickens used blood to symbolise guilt in Macbeth. This can be seen in the quote, will of... Crumbs, everyone's lost their head. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's drinking tonight, or I'm not sure what's going on. But
advertising games, though. I wish we were getting sponsored. So if Spurs Play do want to pay us to talk about
Jack Stott. Any updates on Jed Spence deal? I heard Liverpool are trying to take liberties. I can actually read you out the latest on the Jed Spence deal. Give me 1 second, because we did post about it very recently. Which is this update is Spurs are also hoping to sign Jed Spence. Conte wants the right wing back before leaving for Seoul in South Korea, but remained locked in talks with the Championship club over finer details of a deal for the a 21-year-old. And the previous update from that was Spurs, according to the Telegraph, are close to finally completing the protracted £15 million capture of Jed Spence. So it looks like it's very close. And Conte wanted it before Seoul in the friendlies. So the friendlies start on Wednesday. Are we going to get a Jed Spence announcement before Wednesday? I think so. I think this is going to get announced on Monday, to be honest with you. I believe there was just a few details around the personal agreements and obviously getting Middlesbrough what they wanted. But 15 million for Jed Spence when he could be worth, honestly, 4 times that in a few years. I think it's sensible business. Is he going to start? I would honestly put Doherty starting for now, but let's see. It puts pressure on these two players to perform at higher levels. I will be in Glasgow for the Rangers game. My ticket arrived today. Says Graham. Love it, Graham. Mate, get us some match footage. We'll be able to put it up. We'll maybe I'll be able to turn it into a little match day experience with Graham. Who knows? But Graham, have a great time in Glasgow, mate. I might even look into it myself. You know, it'd be an awesome one. Will Jed Spence make it to some of the pre-seasons? Your guys' honest thoughts. As I just said, Zach, you almost read my mind. I think this will be announced on Monday. Don't quote me, but I think that Jed Spence will happen by Monday. And the reason why I think that is because as Conte apparently wants all the signings done before the preseason, or at least the majority. And Jed Spence we've been talking about for like 2 or 3 months now. I really do think that. You know, we don't get in trouble at school for a preseason, mate. Jason says, I've heard Doherty has been told he can leave. Don't know if it's true. Yeah, we had something about that yesterday. Again, not a tier 1 source, hence we haven't posted it, but it'll be interesting. Spence will be announced tomorrow. It could even be tomorrow, but I think by Monday. Monday is my guess.
You definitely think it's a done deal then? Because I'm still a bit hesitant on this, just because about a month ago people were saying it's a matter of days, and we're still talking about it. So, and I think there's other options we might like. I would love it to happen, but I'm just a bit skeptical.
Okay, interesting. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't. Cool. Maybe new kit Bournemouth. What's going on? What's going on here? I'd rather Doherty stays and Emerson leaves, to be honest. But before we cap things off, guys, and you know, wrap things up, let's have one more player debate, because we went a bit off the player debates at the end there. Jack, I want to hand it over to you, because I put obviously 3 up on the Spurs Instagram earlier, and I know you contributed to that. But have you got any more polls you want to do quickly?
We can think more strongly, and let's move it to what position would I like to do?
Before you're thinking, Carl's saying Spurs is a bit of Tomiyasu about it. So, Spence does. So there maybe there is someone else. Yeah, we were linked to Tomiyasu for so long. Do you think we'll get another top centre back, lads? Says Jonathan. Thanks for joining, Jonathan. First time I've seen you, mate. He's saying maybe Pau Torres. I honestly think Lenglet is what we were looking for in left centre back. I think we didn't get Bastoni who we wanted. Pau Torres, something went wrong there. I don't see that happening either. I think we'll get another left centre back next season, and I think Lenglet will be the loan that we need to fill the gap for now. Obviously, Ben Davies will be challenging that left centre back position after doing so well last season. But I'm not too sure about will we get another centre back unless we get rid of like a Davinson Sanchez. I can't see us signing another centre back personally. I think right wing back is now the priority. Jack, what do you think on this one?
I think, yeah, you're right. Right wing back is the priority. And when you're ready, I've got a question for the chat and for you, James. So let me know when you want it.
Right. The links with Emerson to Juventus. Have you guys had anything? Haven't. It's just rumours for now. Unless it's tier 1 source, we will update you on that one. Of course, like you said. I think the club are signing Lenglet as the stopgap so they can go for exactly what I just said, Guetta for Bastoni or Carvalho next summer. I agree. I'd rather Jaffet stays than Sanchez goes. Another talking point. Come on, Spurs. Juve want Roy and Reggie. Bring me to lit. Yeah. Right, Jack, let's hear your little debate to cap things off. And guys, before we hear Jack's, there is about 45 of you watching, and I believe last time I checked, there was only about 20-something likes. Let's try and get that to 50 likes, guys. Smash a thumbs up. It's on 43 likes. Let's get that to 50 tonight. 50 likes, easy. If you sat there and you're not subscribed and liked, and also notification bells, I want to see those notification bells on.
And comments. Let's get back to comments, James. Important, mate. Important.
Joe, we don't want to ask too much for them. We don't want to ask an essay or anything.
We're having fun on the stream.
Simple subscribe, which is free. Simple like button, which is free for more content. And, of course, as well, the notification bells so you see when we're live next. But, Jack, let's hear what your debate is.
Right, so my debate is a little bit of a different one. I haven't actually gone for the same position, okay? So my question is, you've got one marquee signing. You've got two options here, okay? We did a debate on one of these players already, and one of them I've brought up and we've spoke about on many times here on this channel. So you can have one marquee signing, £17 million this player is going to cost you, or both of them. So Hakimi or De Jong? Different positions, both marquee signings, both probably revolutionise the squad. I was going to do Milinkovic-Savic, but because the poll was higher for De Jong, and I think more people in the chat said De Jong, we're going to go with De Jong. So, Hakimi or Frankie De Jong? If you could have one of these players to revolutionise the Spurs squad.
Everyone's going to say Hakimi. I really do.
Who would you
like? I think it's Hakimi. For me, it's a really easy one. I don't even think there's a debate here. I really don't. Because I tell you why, Jack. I'm not saying Hakimi is a far, far better player than De Jong, but for what we need, Hakimi is exactly what we need. Our priority now is right wing back, centre mid. We've got Basuma, Højbjerg, Skip, probably even Højbjerg, Skip, Basuma, and Bentancur. We've got 4 options in midfield for 2 positions. Centre mid's done for me. Centre mid's done. We don't need any more centre mids. The only thing we potentially need is a creative midfielder to go further forward. Jack, would you agree or not?
I would disagree. I definitely think we need another centre midfielder. If you could offer me James Maddison or De Jong, I'd definitely take De Jong. I don't think it's a creative. We need a creative midfielder, yes, but someone of De Jong's calibre who still has that creativity anyway. I would rather bring in someone like potentially with the world-class ability of De Jong. Some would argue Maddison might be close to that, but I would take De Jong over Maddison any day of the week, and I'm sure a lot of Spurs fans would agree with me. Maybe not. I like you say, I'm 100% in the Hakimi camp here. I think right wing back's a pivotal position, but then again, De Jong has that star quality, and I do think we need another centre midfielder because if you look at the top teams like Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, their midfield is so strong, and I don't think we're quite at that level yet. I think we need another player of De Jong's calibre to start maybe comparing with them. So for me, it's closer than people may think on paper, but Hakimi would be the one I'd sway with. But I'd like to hear what the chat's got to say.
Yeah, exactly. Sandro's saying if Doherty goes, it's a 100% chance for another right wing back. 100% agree. Here we go. This is a whitewash. I told you this is going to be a whitewash.
I thought I had to ask because De Jong was popular in the poll, so it's one of the only ones. Let's be honest. Who else would you compare to Hakimi? There's hardly anyone on his caliber. The only one I thought of was Lautaro Martinez, but then again, I already think we've got enough.
I think a better question would have been Hakimi or Lautaro Martinez, although they're different positions again. Like this one, I think that would have been a closer debate because I would have had to think about that one. Gagetta saying Hakimi, Ainami saying easily Hakimi, Kev saying Hakimi, Jonathan Hakimi, Jason Hakimi, Sandro Hakimi, Zach Hakimi. Do you think Conte it really depends, John, on how we do this season? It really does. Stuart's gone Hakimi, no brainer under Conte, wing-backs priority. Hakimi is what we need, says Luca. Oh my God, Hakimi, Carl. I've counted about 20 here. Hakimi feels a bigger need. There are better midfielders than De Jong. Hakimi is in the top 3 wing-backs in the world. I still like Kostic, says Lynch. Yeah, we forgot about that. Zach says, totally agree with you, James. I'd rather take Maddison.
Than De Jong, James.
What's that?
You'd rather take De Jong. Maybe that's a better one. You'd rather take Maddison over De Jong.
I don't think I said that. I think what he means is he totally agrees about Hakimi, but then he's saying I would take Maddison maybe over De Jong himself. Don't know how De Jong was over Milinkovic-Savic. Yeah, I'm still confused on this one. I really am confused on this one. But I don't think Hakimi can lead PSG now. Above all, he's on big wages and we don't pay big. If you change De Jong to Maddison, I might think about it, says Sandro. Because Maddison is Premier League proven. We need a centre mid cam, maybe Llorente. Plus, if he can play right wing back also. Yeah, Llorente from Atletico Madrid. Previously was I believe a Real Madrid player as well. Hakimi would be the perfect signing over anyone. Stuart says. Okay, let's Jack, because you nearly reframed the question here. There was a whitewash on Hakimi. Let's quickly go Hakimi or Lautaro Martinez. I still think Hakimi is going to win this, but I think some people dream over getting Lautaro Martinez. I would love Lautaro Martinez at this club. He would fit perfectly behind Kane and Son. That front 3 would be incredible. But then you ask, where does Richarlison come in? Where does Kulusevski come in? You would argue there's more of a need at right wing back at the moment. But I think a lot of people will still go Hakimi, but I think there'll be still people that go Lautaro Martinez because I think he's absolute mustard. But I still think Hakimi will win this. Let's see. Let's reload the question. Hakimi or Lautaro Martinez. See, I told you. Hakimi says Kev. Still Hakimi says Carl. But Lynch has gone Martinez for me. See, this is why you switch up the question. You get a bit more reach. I still think Hakimi is going to be the more popular option. If I ask that question to you, are you still saying Hakimi?
Yeah, 100% Hakimi. The reason why I didn't go for the Martinez is because I didn't think it's attainable. I think De Jong and Hakimi maybe not realistic, but probably more attainable. I think with the signings of Richarlison and Kulusevski already there, Lautaro Martinez looks unattainable. So that's why I went for it. But I would go with Hakimi. I just think he fits our Conte system perfectly.
Hakimi's still a whitewash. Sandro and Army Gagetta. We finally saw our right wing problems. Not realistic though. Hakimi again says Luca. Gagetta saying Hakimi. Would love Martinez, says Stuart, but Hakimi over anyone. I'd rather take Maddison just because he's a proven player. To me, he's box to box than De Jong. Better than De Jong. Many would disagree, but it's a personal opinion. No, I think it's a good opinion. It's a very good opinion. Jack, let's go for one more because we're loving it so much and there's 50 people watching and they clearly love. Oh, actually, Jack, let's switch it up. Let's ask someone in the chat. The first one I see in the comments, we will ask this debate and then get it talking. So, guys, make up one yourself. There's 50 of you watching. Let's hear a debate. Would you rather X player or Y player? Bang it in the chat and we'll ask it to the chat as well. But again, like I said, guys, I only said it 10 minutes ago, but we're very close now. There's 47 likes. There must be 3 of you that haven't liked the video. Smash the likes so we know that this content is stuff you enjoy and we can tailor the content to exactly what you want to enjoy. But let's see what the chat's saying. What question could come up? People are racking their brains, Jack, in terms of the question that could be asked. I'd have X over Y, says Stuart. People are thinking about this question. Here it is. This is the first one. Carl says Carrasco versus Kostic at right wing back. So Kostic, I think, is more of a left wing back.
But you could argue both are. You could argue both are. They're probably both versatile. So I don't mind the question, but you can go for it.
Okay. Let's hear it. So let's hear in the chat. Get to saying Y over X because you never go back to your X. And 2 people have asked the same. Oh, no, they didn't ask the same question. It was Bastoni or Bremer and Bastoni or Gvardiol. Do you know what? Let's ask all 3. So the first one in the chat, I want to see you guys put Carrasco or Kostic. Let's see who you guys would rather go with. Whichever one gets the 5 votes first wins. I think that we'll do that.
I'll start off. I'm going with Carrasco because I think he's more versatile. I think he's better with both feet, and I think that's really important. He's more ambidextrous. I think Kostic is a fantastic player, but I already think because we have 3 left wing backs already, do we need Kostic? He's probably more comfortable on the left-hand side. I think Carrasco could play either side. So that would be my answer. And he's also got that experience playing for Atletico Madrid. He went to China for a while, but he's done really well last year. So, and he's also very good going forward. And so is Kostic, but Carrasco probably chips in with more goals, arguably. Someone might get the stats up and prove me wrong. But that would be my argument, James. What about you?
Carrasco for me. Proper player, played for Belgium, international level, played high level at Atletico Madrid, done it in a couple of leagues. I think Carrasco for me is a bit more versatile, could even play further forward as well. So is that 2-0? Is that 2-0 Carrasco on that one?
I think we got to count our own votes, haven't we?
Well, let's see what the rest of the chat's saying. Kostic for Dan. Dan, always good to see you, mate. Keep cracking out the videos, mate. Kostic for Lynch, so it's actually 2-2. Carrasco for Toxic Headshot, that's 3-2. I've missed some further up. I've messed this up. Right, let's start again. Sorry. Kostic has got 1 vote. Kostic 2 votes, 3 votes, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3 Carrasco, 5-3 Carrasco, 6-3 Carrasco, and 6-4, 6-5. Wow, this is actually really a close one. Great question from Carl. I make that 6-5 to Carrasco.
Not including R2 yet.
Wow. Great. Love it. Next question. Oh, Sandro's done a bit of analysis. I like this. Carrasco was absolutely brilliant for 3 seasons, dropped off massively, but I think Conte could bring him back. He's also versatile and can fit right wing back as well, unlike Kostic, who was a left wing back. Sandro, absolutely love that. Absolutely love the analysis. Raphinha or Maddison. Zach, I'm not going to ask that one purely because I did say I would ask another couple, but it's a good question.
I do like it. But
right. I'm merging these 2 together. because Lucas said Bastoni or Bremer, and Lynch says Bastoni or Gvardiol. The question is, it's a three-way battle. Bastoni, Bremer, or Gvardiol? Who are you taking should that be possible on any of them?
Do you want me to kick it off? Or do you want to kick it off, James, for a change?
Okay, that's off. It's an easy one. Bastoni for me, 100%. He's definitely a Conte player. Played under him at Inter Milan. Young, 23 years old. He's going to be world class in a few years. I'm telling you now. Him alongside Romero, oh my goodness, would be unbelievable. It'd be like a brick wall. Both can play out the back with their feet. Bastoni is just, everyone loves him in Italy. They love him. You know, he starts for Italy at 23 years of age. He's a Conte player inside of out and out. Bremer, I think, to be honest with you, would be my second choice just because he's done so well in Serie A last season, Defender of the Year. And I think with Gvardiol, I think it's just such a high fee for such a risk. Only played one great season at Leipzig. Could still obviously be a great player, but I think there's more of a risk there, especially at the fee. So Bastoni at number 1, Bremer at number 2, and Gvardiol at number 3 for me.
Fair enough, James. And I would totally agree. Put the words out of my mouth with Bastoni. I'm not even going to give you a Jack Burton analysis because you said it already. I actually am more in the camp. I really like Gvardiol. So as much as I like Bremer, Gvardiol will be my number 2. Very close with Bastoni. The reason I like Bastoni is because I've watched him more. I've heard some amazing things about him, his mentality. He's got an Inter Milan tattoo. He dies for his club. He like every manager who's had him. Conte massively respects him. He's got that superstar image. I could just see him seriously doing everything he can to bring success to a club like Spurs potentially if he moves. So I really like Bastoni, but Gvardiol would be a close second. And not to say Bremer's not a bad player at all because he is brilliant.
Love it. Right, let's see what the chat's saying. Dan, Bastoni, 2 from Sandro, 3 for Toxic Headshot, 4 for Carl.
That's the reason. I want to know why they're better than the other 2 mentioned.
Okay. 5 from Zach, 5-1 for Gvardiol, 5-2 from Kevin Lynch, making it 5-2. Bremer has got a vote, so that's 5-2-1. Bastoni, 6-2-1. I think Bastoni's a clear winner here. Another analysis here from Sandro. We need to get Sandro on this channel. Looks like he knows his stuff. Bastoni also has the physique for Conte player. He's tall. I feel like we're lacking a tall commanding centre-back, especially with regards to aerial duels. Yeah, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Bastoni or Gvardiol, Bremer, centre-half. Bastoni or Gvardiol, left centre-half or right centre-half, but couldn't pick, would like any of the 2, says Stuart. Bremer, Gvardiol, and then Bastoni. But I think Bastoni is... Wow, you've gone Bastoni at number 3, Luca. Wow, that is incredible. Wow.
Interesting. I understand the reason.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, maybe why. Can we see Pavard at right wing back? Is he leaving Barcelona? Bayern, sorry. This is Foamy.
That guy who scored in the World Cup, I'm sure everyone can remember. I still think about it to this day. Do you remember, James, that low riser rising into the top corner for France? What a finish. Oh, James, you're on mute.
I'm on mute. I've had a shocker. Not going to happen, but Hakimi or Luis Diaz is a good one. Luis Diaz. Okay, Hakimi. Wow. I mean, are we talking Luis Diaz from Liverpool here?
I think he is. He must be. I couldn't name you another Luis Diaz as good as that one, so...
Bastoni, what's this? Like you said, Jack, Bastoni is a complete player and is made for the Premier League with his physique. Bastoni is the ultimate ball playing centre-back, proper old-school baller like Maldini, and Gvardiol with Perisic to come on. Interesting. Do you know what, guys? I've absolutely loved the debates tonight. Been brilliant. The brilliant talking points, the brilliant, player v player debates. It's been great. It's been a lot of interesting opinions as well. It's been great to see, differing opinions. Some people would go Bastoni. Some people would say Bremer. Is it Gallagher or is it Maddison? There's so much we've debated tonight, guys. Really do appreciate all the comments. How many top Italian defenders have proved in the Prem? Not many, to be honest with you. It's a really good point, Kev.
Because they love so much, like you've seen with Bastoni. Maldini is the pad that springs to mind. He stayed in Italy for the majority of his career, I think, but look how good he was. Let's be honest, sometimes they want to stay with their boyhood club. Who wouldn't? If I was offered the chance to play for Tottenham, I think I'd want to stay there my whole career because I'm such a big fan. I'm sure that'd be the same with you, James.
Oh, 100%. But I guess money talks when you're playing in the game and everything else. Most players will obviously support a team as well, Jack, and a lot of players aren't playing for their supported team. So I guess you don't know until you're a player, really. But of course, for me, I would love to say it's Spurs all my life if I was a player. But it may change. It may change though when you're there. I guess like you look at Harry Kane. I'm going to say he's a Tottenham fan, but people are going to dig me out and say he's an Arsenal fan, but he's not. He's a Tottenham fan, and he nearly get his head swayed to Man City? Yes, he did. So there you go. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. This is Luca's reasoning. I'm not 100% on Bastoni. Seems like less with the aggression compared to the other two. My choice is in mind with Dyer's replacement. Okay. Bastoni has a good connection with Conte and literally will fight his life out for the club he is at. Very good, strong player. Great knowledge as well from the SpursRelatables tonight, hasn't it, Jack? It's been really good.
Hey, that's what I like to ask him. Like, give us some reasoning because I know you got it. You just got to tell us because we love to hear it.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, it has been a cracking 1 hour 20 stream. We hope you've enjoyed it tonight, Friday night. If you're doing something nice, takeaway, drinks, or even just chilling out, watching some YouTube, hope you're having a great Friday evening. Really do appreciate the support, guys. This video has done much better than personally I expected it to do. It's already on 52 likes. If you haven't hit the like button before you go, please do smash a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Guys, like we said, we will be doing watch-alongs coming up. There will be a quiz Tuesday night. Wearetottenhamtv are back on here for another quiz. We'll try and catch them out on one of those picture questions or something. I'm going to have to try and find a hard one. We've got loads of content coming up, guys. I'm sure, I'm calling it, Jed Spence will be announced soon. And then we'll have another one about, where will Jed Spence fit in? Will he be the number one choice? Where can he play? Can he just play right wing back? Can he play other positions? We'll get all the rundown for you guys, as well as that quiz on Tuesday as well. So much content coming up. Make sure you hit the like button. 3 steps. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and smash those notification bells on so you never miss a video. I'm actually going to show you guys how to do it once again because it is so important for us in terms of getting you guys back here, smashing in those amazing comments as well. So if you're in your account, simply all you do is, here it is, you smash onto our channel and you see that little bell button there where it says subscribed. Just turn that on and press all videos and you will honestly get content straight to your phone and you know when we're live. Zach, everyone in the chat, Sanjay, Anami, Kev, Luca, there's been so many of you guys throughout. Toxic Headshot, Lynch, there's been some new faces, Foggy Foams, great to know you as well, mate. Dan's been in here. There's been so many guys, so many of you with amazing comments. Thank you so much. And we'll be back with more content later next week. And of course, as well, we will do one as well all throughout the week. We'll probably have 3 or 4 lives for you next week. That's what the content we're going to do, isn't it, Jack?
Sunday night, I think it's going to be the next one. Am I right in saying that, James? That's the plan scheduled. I promise I'm going to try and be better with my times. I have been a busy boy recently, but don't worry. I'm telling you, set times, get it in the calendar, and we'll be live, and you'll get to see that amazing intro. And then, it's going to be good stuff, guys. I can't wait. All things Spurs, exciting times coming. I think there's going to be a few more statement signings. Looking forward to a rematch with the Wearetottenhamtv boys. I'm sure they're thinking, oh, can he do it twice? I'm sure I can. I won't let you guys down. So, yes, I will see you then. Looking forward to it. Always great to have James presenting, one of the best around. I'm so lucky to be able to speak with him all the time for Spurs Related. I'm sure Andre will be back. And, thanks for all being in for a great stream tonight.
Bless you, mate. Love that. And also, some of you guys may have missed this. I'm going to quickly whack it back on screen. I want you guys to comment in the comments below. See how many of you have tuned in right till the end, right till the very end. The very Spurs-relatable warriors. If you're going to rate this guy out of 10, what are you giving it? On the comments, in the offline comments, I want to see out of 10 Jack's free kick. Bang. Let's just see that. Oh, the reaction as well. Let's just see that one more time. Out of 10 in the offline comments. I want to see in the actual comments offline. Here we go. Out of 10, what's that? Have some of that. And there you go, guys. That's the end of the stream. Let us know on the offline comments if you stayed this long. Out of 10, what's Jack's free kick? Guys, as always, remember, thanks so much for joining. You guys make this show what it is. And remember, guys, come on, you Spurs!